We made it, guys. We just made it. Oh my days, that was a panic. Right, how are we doing? Right, how's it going,
Welcome
guys?
to Obsidian
Jackson
Entertainment.
here.
I'm
It
so
has
proud
been
to
a hot
share with you
minute,
our upcoming
and
fantasy
I've just
action
moved
RPG,
house and I'm
Avowed.
frantically trying to get my setup
Avowed is an adventure
going.
into the heart of
But
the
yeah,
Living
let's
Lands,
watch us a bit of
frontier at
the
edge of
Xbox
the known
Developer
world,
Direct.
where
Let me
you
know
must
if
put
the
a
audio
stop
sounds
to a
rubbish, and I'll
mysterious
try and
spiritual plague
adjust it.
and discover a secret at the heart of the lands. At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different. We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no
I
other.
hope everyone's good.
It's colorful,
It's
it's
been
vibrant,
a long
it's strange.
time. Just had a
It's
lot
one of the
going on.
most
Have
incredible
just recently
settings in the
moved.
world of Aora.
Wife's
There's going to be a lot of
preggers,
great
you know, all
secrets
the
to
usual
discover,
stuff.
one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG. Here to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, Gameplay Director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment, uninterrupted. For all battles, you can combine a variety of weapons, attacks, and abilities for tactical advantages against a wide range of enemy types. It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks. If you choose to approach combat with a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range. Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker or tougher combatants in an intentional and controlled manner. It's important to pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive, some are brutishly difficult, and others you must make sure you prioritize, or their healing capabilities will put you in a tough spot. To help with the different encounters you will face, we provide customizable loadouts that can be quickly switched during combat.
I mean, it looks pretty good to be fair.
That
I wasn't
means you
sure
can
how I
play
feel about this. I
however you
thought it
want.
looked promising.
Equip a sword and
but,
shield
I mean, it looks
and charge
alright
into
to be fair.
battle.
I probably will check this out.
Dual-wield pistols and control the encounter mid-range. Or even dual-wield wands to feel like a gunslinging mage. You could use your enchanted wand to freeze enemies, and then use your offhand weapon's power attack to shatter them. We've worked hard to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the Living Lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences. Like this side quest you may encounter in Shatterscarp, the third region you'll explore on your journey through the Living Lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers, and as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to
Right,
determine
we
who,
will
if
be
anyone,
up
is
properly
at
in a minute.
fault.
I'm still just checking this audio and
four of us.
trying to get the mix right. As I say, literally set this up about an hour ago.
Turn on the Captain Ruiki. trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes. Not that I'm one to judge.
Here. Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorops. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else.
Definitely looks
I can't face those monsters
sketchy.
alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out. Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain
Is his face
Ruby
looking
was sick?
blurry, or was that just me?
That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
You're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it?
You can't indeed.
It's not my fault. No, they should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Thirdborn.
But if you confront him, if you believe that he fled the site of the battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return to town, you'll see the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest. Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build. Art director Matt Hansen and the team have worked to create a unique, colorful, and dynamic visual style.
From the outset, we knew that we wanted Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant with the dull, or verdant spaces with sickly ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic wastes, and each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes. All of the regions have a lot of special
Got that
things
hipster
associated
beard
with them,
going on
but
there,
I have a
moustache,
deep place
the
in my
old
heart for
curls
Shatterscarp.
there. Ain't got that
As
in
you're
my
wandering
locker.
the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from destitute, muted tones of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis, there's the opportunity there for life, for adventure, and even a little danger.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're thrilled to share more about the game in the coming months, and we can't wait for you to explore the Living Lands when Avowed launches this fall.
Nice. What we're thinking, guys, I think it looks pretty cool, to be fair. It looks just literally like every other Obsidian and Bethesda game, for better and worse. But it looks pretty cool. Fall. What are we gonna see then? What are we seeing?
Hi, I'm Don Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senua's
Studio
Saga
head, he's
Hellblade
like
2,
20.
and the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world and her battle for survival, where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
You see how small you are. Do you see how the pitiless world stamps you down?
Senua is back with a new quest. She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices.
Yes.
While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies.
Mine is just as bad.
And also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover along with us how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean? It's terrifying.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments, seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
Don't know about you guys, but I'm not completely sold on this yet.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew, and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time planning the motion capture shoots, thinking of what events would be good to bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel.
Nice.
One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story throughout it. It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces, and then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again, in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of immersion to help suspend your disbelief.
I mean, it definitely looks next gen. I just don't know if it looks fun.
We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering trips in Iceland.
Does look
you have to be there.
gorgeous.
The sense of scale, everything is incredible. And you see a scene or you see a small section of the game and you're like, yeah, that works, that's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears.
She will collapse. She will collapse.
These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through a spatial audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
What will they do to her? What will we do to us?
music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them. We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it to something really special. We are also working
it was a
with
pretty
heavy
cool
metal singer,
performance.
throat singers, and our very own purists. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an
I
experience
can't get over that the
leaves
studio
you
head is
thinking
literally the same
and
age as
feeling.
me.
From our combat gameplay through to our
pretty
action set
impressive.
pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving, everything is crafted in service of Senua's journey. A journey that you can embark on May 21st.
Wow, finally. Nice. Oh, look at this, eh? Little addition added on, nice.
Greetings, Xbox players. My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer for the Mana series here at
Nice.
Square Enix. 聖剣伝説 Visions of Mana の情報を Xbox ユーザー
Visions
の
of
皆さん
Mana
にいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただけて大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの完全新作。聖剣伝説シリーズは1991年にファイナルファンタジー外伝として誕生して以降、マナと聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに、個性豊かなキャラクターたち、心に響
Are we
く楽
getting,
曲の
like
数
a
々、
remake or are we getting a
武器の
brand
特性を
new
生かして戦
game?
うアクション RPG としてこれまでに17作発売され長らく愛されてきました。本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。
Never played this series at all, so I might check this one out.
これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井光一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello, I'm Koichi Ishii from Grabs.
Oh.
I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは
My God,
私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。 今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェクトに参加しました。聖剣伝説ファイナルファンタジー外伝を作っていた頃から、自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いて、これまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって当時の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと表現できているので、バトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これまで聖剣伝説シリーズには空を旅する、海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。陸上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるビックル。ビックルも石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
新たな仲間を考えるにあたっては、今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたいという漠然とした思いがありました。その上でヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目はアルマジルによく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできて、それぞれの特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。
There's a cool mount.
デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら、足の長さや丸まった時のイメージなどゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていき、ピックルは誕生しました。
Sort of. I just haven't done it for a while. I've had a lot going on, so I've had a bit of a break.
が携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも、最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう、今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聴いてみましょ
う。Yeah, I was streaming a few months back, but literally just moved house and wife's pregnant and just life stuff like that, if you know what I mean. So haven't really had the chance to just stream and play games at all in all honesty. But once I am up and running properly, that's the plan, to sort of try and get a schedule again. And thank you for following, I appreciate it.
その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので、その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい
Do you do any streaming yourself or any kind of
楽
content?
しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックルにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますの
Can't
で、
go over this guy's swag.
発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。
That is a
私自身
strong
もプレ
look.
イするのを楽しみにしています。
I know he's the creator.
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作、聖剣伝説
It's a big deal, this, guys. If you're into your
情報をお届けしていきますので、
Japanese
ぜひご期待ください。
IPs, it's a real big deal for Xbox.
この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれません。
Nice summer, wow. Visions of Mana. Looks pretty cool. Not really my vibe, but looks pretty cool. ACCA, the ACCA, is that accountancy? Sounds like accountancy.
welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization V. We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love. Our history untold.
I'm a occupational therapist
Aura is
in
an
England,
homage to
so
historical gamers, strategy gamers.
at the moment
4X
I'm
gamers.
on
It
the
features
adult social
all
care
the depth
side,
and
so
gameplay fans of this
I
genre love, where you'll explore
assess
the
people for
world,
adaptations to
expand
their
your
home,
nation, govern
wet
your people,
rooms, stair
and engage
lifts,
with your rivals on the international
hoists,
stage.
that kind
But
of
it isn't
stuff.
just more of the same. With Aura, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good.
Just came back from his fag break.
Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
Yeah, from
The end
England.
result
What about
is
you?
Aura,
What
the
about yourself?
historical grand strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
For Aura, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see
Oh,
the
cool.
game reflect
Not
their
too far from
unique
me. I'm in
perspective and not just
Buckinghamshire.
ours.
And finally,
The
we
home
knew that for
counties,
players
as
to
they
feel
say.
the impact of their decisions, they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into Aura is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive,
I assume you're
authentic,
at
and immersive
university
space, a
in
blank
London.
canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map. It reflects the choices players make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes. We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world, leading their people as they thrive and grow. Core to the vision of Aura is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this than the Prestige system.
To win a game of Aura, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by Prestige, the player's score.
This is
that
more
proves
my
their
vibe. I love me a bit of
Prestige system gives
Civ,
players the chance to
Civilization,
decide what
so
kind of leader they
it
want.
looks essentially like
Do
that.
they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military
Either
might.
I will be, but I don't know what my
Scientific advancement.
schedule
The
will
choice
be as
is
such at the
theirs.
moment.
In Aura, there are no set victory
I
conditions. Players get to decide what is most important
We'll be
to
having a
them
baby
and focus
in the
and
next few
prioritize on
months,
those
and I'm
goals
just sort
while
of
still being
literally
able
just
to win
moved
the
house,
game.
so I'm just sort of
Personally,
getting
when I play
things
Aura,
in order,
I like
and
to
then
build
I'll try and get a
Triumphs are
schedule
our
going.
collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout
I
human
was
history.
streaming quite a variety
Like
of
the Great
games
Pyramid of
before,
Giza.
both
Hard to
modern and
build,
some
but worth
nostalgic
it,
ones.
giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs them.
Another aspect of Aura that I am personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X genre. Succeeding at balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools that you need, and then finally getting to the outcome or reward of something like an important improvement or triumph just changes the challenge that exists in Aura compared to other 4X games.
Crafting plays out in Aura at a national scale, with players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components. Those are the foundation for everything, from international trade to improving their cities and citizens' lives, and even manufacturing the weapons necessary to draft military units. The crafting system in Aura encourages thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions,
Advanced
and not
planning.
just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Aura, all players' actions are resolved at the same time. This rewards players' ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan for a variety of scenarios in the moment. This system makes Aura just feel more real. In a typical strategy game, once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally speaking, those times are very low. You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy sifting through all of history and picking what to include. For Aura, we wanted to offer a fresh perspective, so we looked at cultures and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines is in our leaders. Leaders are so often seen as military personnel or prominent government figures, but leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Aura has a number of special abilities determined by their personality traits, as well as a powerful and unique leader trait informed by their contributions to world history.
I just typed it in the chat. I'm pretty sure it's the same as my Twitch, but I haven't been on it in a while, so but I'll check it out after the stream.
For us at Oxide, player feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making. It gives us that priceless perspective from the people we're making Aura for, you.
Building the game alongside real players has given us that critical player feedback. In the end, we believe this makes for a deeper connection between the players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just,
"Cougars, cougars,
cougars, I hate cougars!"
Someone get these feline demons away from me. I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of mountain lions to a player's citizenry.
It's been years of hard
gotta leave
work
the
to bring
cougars
this
in the game,
strategy
come on.
experience like no other. And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't wait
This
for
office
players
looks
to get
pretty
their hands
fun
on
to
the
work
game later this year.
But the launch of Aura is only the beginning. We are going to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
On behalf of everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play Aura and to create your own history.
Looks cool. On PC only, nice. Interesting that. I guess it's a lot easier, isn't it? It's designed for PC, really, these sort of games. But then I'm pretty sure they put the Civilization games on Xbox. Could be wrong though. I'm just waiting to see what Indiana Jones looks like, which should be next, unless there's another surprise. Nope. Right, here we go.
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure.
I assume it's going to be similar to Uncharted, but we will see.
In pop culture. In this game, you aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones. You will see through his eyes and experience a journey that we hope lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones. When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever.
Shout out,
I had
Todd.
This idea for what it would
I didn't
be
realise
like,
Todd was on the
story,
project. Wow.
What Indy was going after, what period of his life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be
Good
more
for you,
excited
Todd
to
Howard.
show you what
Good
the team here has
for
been up
you.
to. Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
He's got bloodshot eyes, working hard.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones.
Nazis.
While you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning. instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sands of Africa.
Oh baby, here we go.
Myths. History. Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried. Just waiting.
Sounds like we actually have Harrison Ford on board.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
Cool.
Throughout history,
some good lighting.
Mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe,
That's not
you get a perfectly aligned circle.
Harrison Ford. That's what's his face?
I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up?
See you in a bit, Eva.
Patron of the fallen angels. Protector of the...
Oh, what's he called? I can't remember what his bloody name is.
Kulimani. The Great Circle.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
You have any idea how old that was?
Indiana Jones is such an iconic character, and he means so much to so many people.
Everyone here at the studio has
Sounds
their
like it
own
was
stories and
Troy
memories.
Baker. That's the
Most
name,
of us
innit?
grew
That's
up
the
with his
one.
adventures
The
and have been
goat.
fans of the movies and the
I
character
thought it
for
was Harrison
years.
Ford first, but it
He's
sounds
a
like Troy
brilliant
Baker to me.
archaeologist, he's a charismatic everyman, he's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he
Let's see
sees
if
and
I'm
feels.
right.
For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting, and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
Whether it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples,
Whip looks fun.
or seeing your knuckles go bloody in a fistfight, all of these moments are much more intense in first person.
But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with the hat and the whip, and so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera back for a third-person view.
Cool. Good decision there.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade.
Makes sense.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail,
big
Indiana
boy.
heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
It looks so sick.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop. Libyan Vatican. Stop. Indy.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
Getting the hang of this.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun, and to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage, or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure, with action propelling you through your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt,
nice, classic,
the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look carefully at each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music. John Williams is the original composer for the Indy films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game
it always looks so weird when
and
it's
making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure.
What are we thinking, 2024 or 2025? I'm thinking this could be late 2024.
American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
Fine. What do you mean if I can keep up? We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first. But in every indie adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head. And when you can't use your wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction. And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat. Everything you'd expect from
the whip does look pretty
and
sick.
Hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
think they did a good job with the character model. It's pretty realistic.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games
I think it looks good. I think I'll be playing this one.
With huge set
looks fun.
pieces, surprising twists, and
I like Indiana Jones as well. Who doesn't?
It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of.
Amen.
I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year, and we cannot wait to share more soon.
Later this year, okay, 2024 it is. Fall 24 is probably what they're looking at. I think September is what I'm going to go with. I mean, there's no solid date, but they reckon later this year. Yeah, September is my guess. Might be optimistic. Right, that's it done, isn't it? Unless I got one more. Nope. Montage. Short and sweet this time, just over 45 minutes. Pretty good showing actually, pretty good outing.
Animals, children, and game developers.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft.
Still not sold on Hellblade 2, but we move. Probably will check it out.
Core to the vision of Ara is our
Ara looks good.
Rule how you want
My
to
sort of game, but it's just time consuming. You've got to be in the mood for a game like that.
Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we built.
Avowed does look fun, but it does also look typical Obsidian, Bethesda, etc. Which is no surprise.
You are Indiana Jones.
Visions of Mana was the surprise announcement, which is pretty cool get for Xbox. Personally, for me, not really my thing as such, but an action RPG, probably could check it out. Depends what else is coming out around the same time as that game. Indiana Jones to me is the standout game, probably is for most people. Maybe Hellblade 2 for some. Pretty solid outing in 45, 48, 49 minutes, but nothing too wild there. But at least we got 5 games coming out this year by the looks of things, which is good for the Xbox brand, or Microsoft, I guess, because some of it is PC. So yeah, the Microsoft brand really. Well, that was that. So yeah, nothing too wild there other than the Mana reveal. Indiana Jones is the one for me, but I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I will be streaming again properly once I'm fully settled in my new home. Thank you for checking out this stream if you did. Thank you for checking this out on repeat if you've watched this on repeat. Apologies for the beginning, it was a bit all over the place, but we're trying to get this setup going again. And I will be back to streaming hopefully more regularly like I used to, whether it's old games, new games, or a mix of both. So stay tuned on both Jackson Plays on YouTube and XMockJX on Twitch. And if you like TV and film, make sure you check out Lights Camera Jackson on YouTube. That is my TV and film channel, and I also drop shorts on there, etc, etc. All of my social media links and all of that fun stuff, if you're into it all, is about to drop on the screen as we speak. Not that one, that's the wrong one. It is this bad boy. There we go. Let me just move this up a minute. Make sure you check out all of those if you're into any of that. Twitter or X, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube. All the links are there. and you can find them on the channel descriptions and all that good stuff. I will see you next time, guys, and stay blessed. Bye bye.